Anybody remember Christmas 1989 along the southeastern United States from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina? If you do, you remember there was quite a significant weather event that occurred during that time period. Um, a similar setup seems to be on the table for this coming weekend. Of course, we're still 5, 6 days out here on the models, and as we always say, trends are friends, so pay attention to the trends and don't get caught up in the frenzy. But so far, the hintings that we've been seeing the last few days seem to be really starting to gel among all of the reliable models, including the Canadian, Euro, and GFS. But as of the latest Euro run at 12Z today, we are starting to see some very similar type of setups compared to that historic 1989 event that happened way back when. So I'll take you now to pivotal weather, and you can see here this is the 12Z run, and we are looking at approximately Saturday at 1 a.m. And you can see here we've got a low developing coming across the northeastern Gulf, and that is pulling up some moisture up into Florida and southern Georgia, and we've got the very beginnings of some snow and frozen precip on the northern side of this. And as you can see, if we advance forward here, that low tracks offshore, and then the moisture backflow really starts to settle in there in the North Carolina, South Carolina region. Some heavy coastal snows lining up there. And then as we progress forward, we'll see that 540 line push well down into Florida. Cold air on the march all the way down into central Florida. Snows continuing back through South Carolina into eastern Georgia, and a little bit of coastal action there in coastal Georgia as well. So it looks like from this vantage point on the latest Euro run, we could be looking at snowfall from, say, trace to light dusting in the Brunswick area northward, and then from like the, say, Savannah, Charleston area, and then on up from the coast from there, we could see some accumulating snows develop. But beyond that big news, the other big news is going to be just how far south the cold weather intrudes. And if you look at this run here, we're at 1 a.m. on Sunday. The 540 line is all the way down here in South Florida, approaching Alligator Alley. This is crazy. It's been literally decades, probably 89 event that we saw temps getting that far down. And if we advance it one further, we can see here, this is 7 a.m. on Saturday. Again, extreme temps all the way down into South Florida. And if we go over to our temps here and get a look at that, here we go. So we've got, where are we at? We got like upper teens, around 20 degrees here in the northern part of the state. And cold air intrusion well down way past Orlando. Orlando itself is in the 20s, low 20s, which is crazy. And then we come all the way down here. We are past Cocoa, heading down towards like Fort Pierce. And we've got freezing temperatures in the neighborhood of Fort Pierce on the east coast of Florida, which, folks, it's been a long, long time since that happened. So we're going to see some severe damage to crops and foliage all the way down the state of Florida if this holds true for next weekend. So again, 5 days out, so probably a lot of back and forth still yet to occur here on these models, but there has been a great deal of consistency here on many of the models, and they continue to show this run after run. So we'll watch it, and as we get closer into the 3-day window, then we'll kind of for sure know what's going to happen. But the early glimpses here are pointing towards another historic event coming up here this weekend for the Southeast and the state of Florida. That's my humble opinion, my humble take. Tell me what yours is. Comment down below.